Dude, CC, falling asleep like crazy while we're trying to film this show. I'm looking at my phone over here, and we got a comment on our one of our last episodes. You seem a little.
It's late, dude. I've been up since 4 in the morning. I'm tired.
You know,
it's a long day. It's a long night.
Flipping burgers is not to be taken lightly, and you should be wide awake to do it. Okay.
What are you doing? Why are you on your phone? If there's a show going on, why are you on your phone?
Because I'm replying to one of our mega fans, Darth Sidious322.
That guy's awesome.
He's awesome. He's been killing it.
He has. He's been a loyal fan, and he gets the whole way we do the show. The sarcasm, the dryness.
He knows it.
And I think he's here for good.
Yep. So we just commented for you, man. So we appreciate you watching the vids. Right?
Always. Every follower,
Always.
Every friend is a friend of ours.
Friends
to the end.
Friends to the end. Heidi ho. Heidi ho.
So what are we doing today? What episode are we on?
So
we still in season 2?
We are on season 2. It's hard to keep heads and tails of this.
So much going on.
So
blowing up.
So this is actually part 2 of the last episode. And we're getting a little personal on these 2 episodes.
Right. Going in depth.
We're going in depth about what we do and why we do it, right?
Correct. Pretty much showing the fans that
yes,
we're not just 2 dudes that just said, hey, let's just do a show.
Let's just do a show. No, we're giving you guys, we do reviews, and we talk about these toys, but we have some good background. We know what we're talking about.
Correct.
Even though it may not seem like it. Even though our wives don't think we know what we're talking about.
Even though our wives think we're jokes.
They do.
Right.
But when it comes to Star Wars toys, we know what's up.
I believe we know enough.
We know enough.
I believe we know enough.
So I'm getting PayPal money.
What is going on here?
I have no idea who's sending me.
What kind of? You're getting
money.
Just pay money sent? Is that just fans sending you money?
Maybe it's for the show. I don't know. It just said
go fund it over here.
It just literally said I'll send you more money tomorrow.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool,
Sounds
cool.
good to me.
All right. So I digress.
All right.
So in any event, we want to show you guys the background. We're going deep inside.
Right. This is not a green screen behind us.
No, this is legit.
This is legit episode 1.
Episode 1
and Force Awakens.
And Force Awakens stuff. So on part 2 of the CCNR show, or episode part 2 of this, you're gonna give the fans an in-depth look at your collection.
Right.
And go through your top 5
correct
set of goodies that you love about what you have here. So we're going to give the fans a look at all of your stuff, do a brief kind of synopsis.
Just a little walkthrough.
A
walkthrough of the CC studio.
Yes, and then we'll come back and you can kind of talk about your 5.
Okay.
Your 5. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, you need to go in deep.
Let me wake up.
All right. You got to get up. Get out. It's not very common that we get out of our chairs. So this is your show today.
It's all about CC.
Yeah, it's all about.
I dressed up.
You did dress up. You all dressed up, looking snazzy, getting
ready to
those
go.
glutes ready to go.
The glutes ready.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
So where are you starting?
Today we'll be opening up a Power of the Force Deluxe Boba Fett.
Hit it, hit it, hit it. Get it going. Take time. Two mothers went to the park. It was kinda dark. In the daytime, Carl and Ryan in the daytime. Carl and Ryan in the daytime.
Okay, so we'll start with the oldest and we'll work our way to the newest. So this is my vintage wall and it's got a little bit of mix. So I have mainly over here is my vintage and then obviously I have some Black Series stuff too, but it's supposed to look vintage. So this is my vintage wall. Some of the stuff I've had since I was a little tot, and then other stuff has been collected over the years. So it's a lot of stuff obviously, but I've got my carrying cases, all full of characters. This is actually the only original thing I kept from being a kid. I have 3 of my carrying cases back here. This one doesn't have anything in it, but my other 3 have all my original played with, destroyed Star Wars figures. And those have too much sentimental value. I'm not going to get rid of those.
Did you ever melt any of their heads?
I did not unlike some of my friends, I did not destroy my stuff on purpose. If something broke, it broke. But no, my stuff just has normal wear from just wearing them out playing. So no. So that's the only original stuff I have that from when I was a kid. So obviously I have the original line, you know, obviously through Star Wars all the way through Jedi, and then I have the Power of the Force.
Tell them about your classic yak up there.
My yak.
Yep.
So I don't have $40,000 for a yak. So nor would I spend $20,000 on a Star Wars toy. I've spent some ridiculous amounts of money, but so what I did was that's an original. This is an actual the vintage yak face with his weapon and his original coin, which cost me enough money to buy a car. So I got obviously a vintage card back repro, and I just sealed it and made it look like it was had a nice little case for it. So this is, I don't try to pretend like I have a carded yak face, but I just like the way it displays. So
I thought you were gonna sell that for like $4,000.
I was just gonna white out the part where it says reproduction packaging.
Gotcha.
But I said, but I'm not a shyster. So I just like the way it displays. It carries well. It looks good. But the coin and the figure are vintage. I cleaned the crap out of that coin before I put it in there too. But this is not the original card back. That's the only one. Everything else is original. Just like with the Power of the Force Anakin, was not spending the money for that, so I ended up getting a Triforce Anakin instead. So got Triforce Anakin instead. But got my vintage line. A lot of the stuff's back to there. Most of my boxes, you know, just over the years, and I still have to add stuff obviously to the collection. But this is my vintage wall. I've also added my retro figures to it because it kind of goes with the flow. And then I have my 40th anniversary Star Wars and Empire figure as well. So this is my Star Wars wall. This is also the 120-inch CC screen for the studio, but being that we're not watching any footage on this today, let's put this up. Oh yeah! Got me a nice lighted special edition poster. Episode 9 will go there eventually when it's actually out. So got my little Tron section. Got some vintage Tron, new Tron figures here. Got my Walking Dead McFarlane set, which is complete. Luckily, they have ended that line. Finally, a toy line that actually ended.
There's not many of those.
Not a lot of those. Normally,
No.
you just give up. Black
Yeah.
Series still going strong. Vintage still going strong. If you've noticed, what's still here, Jar Jar. Still rocking the Jar Jar. Still here. Still glows in the dark and everything. Got my little freaking BB-8 that lights up as well. So yeah, my Walking Dead line, my Tron line. Not a vintage collector, but I do have some vintage exclusives because obviously kind of hard to pass some of them up. Got the Death Star exclusive. Got my Alien line, which
will never end.
Which will never end. Which I've stopped collecting, and they are currently for sale. If anybody wants to buy them, I have a good offer. You can buy them all. Done with them. I want them gone.
You missed a very critical item in your
Glowworms.
collection.
Got my original glowworms from when I was a kid.
I like those little satchels.
Little satchels from sleeping. Little turtle. Little turtle. So yeah, got my glowworms right there under there, keeping me lit at night. I'm a big fan of Oswald, so I got my Oswald statuettes. Coming over here, got me some Ralph McQuarrie artwork. Pretty excited about this. I've had this for quite a while. Got this when I worked at a store. Stole it right out of the store. This is mine. Taking it. I like me some Ralph McQuarrie. Really cool drawing. So
did he hand paint that?
No. This is a aftermarket, but it's pretty cool. I actually have 2 of these, by the way. One is still folded up. So got that. Got my freaking battle droid that RR put together years ago.
That took me about 15 hours.
Yeah,
to build
years
that.
ago. That was all came in flat sheets, and he put it together for me because I hate Legos. I hate puzzles, and he put it all together for me. So I got my little plush collection with some Star Wars and some Disney and some vintage Alfs and Ewoks. Just some random plushes that I've got over there. So I got that stuff set up. To go along with my McQuarrie, I've got all my original Star Wars banners as well throughout the years when I worked in that specific store that I will not name. So I snatched all those things up. Got me some hodgepodge sets over here. So this is a lot of exclusives. Not all exclusives, but a lot of exclusives over the years for Black Series. I've got some original trilogy collection and some episode 3 vehicles at the bottom, but a lot of exclusives that came out over the year with my Black Series stuff. I got the amazing Echo Base scene I have the Luke Skywalker speeder bike that came out a couple years ago. The X34 land speeder, hot set. I got
you got Luke over there like crazy.
I got the montage to Luke's, because obviously they never made a episode 7 Luke.
It's true.
Well, not an old version of Luke. They made the Return of the Jedi, which makes no sense. But yeah, got me the 2 of those, the 375 and the freaking 6-inch versions of Luke. Some other exclusives. Got me some Black Series waves here as well over the last few years, or some of the waves they've had. Black Series is just not ending, so continue with Black Series. So turn the corner here, come back. Oh, pick up. Got some more Black Series here. Got some exclusives. Got my one and only archive figure the other day. One and only.
They're tempting you.
Well, the reason why I bought them is because the Scout Trooper they never made on a single card back. He only came in this format on his bike. So if you look at the back of the box, there, it shows the original packaging from 14, which is right here. So I said, you know what? I'd like to have him on a single card, so I ended up getting the single carded one as well. What are you pointing at there, RR?
The black one.
Oh yeah, they did the Target exclusive that came out a few years ago, which was literally in stores for what?
Maybe 24 hours.
Maybe a day. It's the Shadow Trooper with the bike, which is actually a really cool set. Mm-hmm. So I snatched him up, obviously, because I've never seen him ever since that.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do if they come up with the archive Biker Scout with 5 different versions of the painted satchel?
Like I have over there?
Yes.
I will not be getting the different versions of him. But I just figured I'd grab that because I like the way it looked. I do have another vintage collection, the Carbonite exclusive that came out for Comic-Con. I did buy that as well.
It does have Jar Jar in Carbonite.
And the reason why I bought it was because Jar Jar and Carbonite. So I had to get it. You can't not pass up on a Jar Jar. So got some more Black Series here as well to add on to my vintage collection. We will stroll on back to the back side here. Look, got me a nice little, look at this little guy. A little Yoda. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Got a little Yoda that lights up, telling everybody he's welcome to my room. Got some more Tron stuff. Picked up this sweet nugget.
That
little
is sweet
Kingdom Hearts Tron figure for $8, by the way. GameStop is now reducing their prices. I wasn't going to buy these, but because they're coming out with the exclusive Tron sets. Entertainment Earth's got them in December. 3, they have what? Flynn Infiltrator, Tron, and Sark. Fully posable, makes these look like old school Kenner figures.
Yep.
Got the removable light, the disc and everything.
Yep, which is a major flaw.
This is the one flaw with these, that the disc is fused.
It's fused, which
so
makes no sense. But for the CCNR fans, look for a season 3 review.
I think season 3, when the new ones come out, the exclusives, we're gonna do a big review, and we are gonna crack this bad boy open. I'm gonna rip this thing right out of this box. So, and maybe we'll give the soldier as a giveaway to one of our lucky fans, because I don't want that at all.
No one wants that.
Yeah.
But maybe from a giveaway perspective,
Somebody might. So yeah, I've got the original the discs that came out, the identity discs, the hard to find Kevin Flynn one, Rinsler, and Sam Flynn one behind that. So those are always hard to find. I got me some. This is my ode to archive wall. So I have episode 1, 2, episode 3, and then the movie hero set as well. Notice front and center, Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks up here as well. Jar Jar Binks always got to be front and center. You got to have him representing. So, but yeah, episode 1, 2, and 3. Originally, my goal was to collect all the movie lines. That's why I did 1, 2, 3. Have my vintage sets, and then I moved on to my episode 7. But when episode 8 came out, they were just hot trash, and I stopped. Do have some Droid Factory Star Wars that I do like. I don't collect the line, but I do pick and choose when they come out with some cool figures. Single carded BB-8 and choppers are pretty cool, so I snatched those up as well. Got me the Order 66 set from Target. Don't know why, but I do. I don't know. There's 12 of those things. You know what? You can laugh. Not a bad little line. Really not a bad little line. Target exclusives. There was 1 through 6 and then 1 through 6. They made 2 sets of Order 66. So not a very common line.
Can you tell the fans why you have those box sets?
These?
Yeah.
Because this was when CC and RR bought anything and everything Star Wars that came out. Didn't matter what it was. If it had the word Star Wars plastered on it, gotta snatch it up. This was the Blu-ray commemorative set. These figures are pure garbage.
These are definitely figures that
Look at
you
this.
could,
Look at this. Come over here in the light.
These
Look
are
at
definitely
this.
figures that you'd want to melt. If
I
you
mean,
had nothing better to do.
These figures are really not top notch. They don't put a lot of effort into these figures at all. A lot of repacks, a lot of whatever. Really, again, you're literally paying for the box. And then when you put them all together, it made a Star Wars poster. So honestly, I don't know why I still have them, but I do. So got the little corner right here that has all my prequel stuff on it and movie heroes. We'll turn the corner over here. Got the original posters up. Got my little Disney corner here. Got some more Black Series, bigger box stuff, and my Droid Factory Sandcrawler. Then I move on to my boxed Episode 1 figures, where I got some hot commodities here. Kept one Power of the Force. So I sold all my Power of the Force early this year. Hundreds of figures.
How much did you get? About $25?
I think I sold like 80 plus figures and a few vehicles for like 150 bucks. It was depressing. But you know what? I'm running out of room, so I had to get rid of them. But I did keep the Stap and Battle Droid because technically it's an Episode 1 sneak preview. So I did, and Kenner collection. So I did keep that. But yeah, Episode 1 figures here, vehicles, got those. Got some vintage things up here as well. Death Star, AT-AT, got the Black Series, TIE Fighter. Looking forward to the TIE Fighter, or to the X-Wing 6-inch, which is going to be really cool. That box is going to be 400 feet long. So I got my Force Awakens line, which was the last actual movie line I collected. Have the entire set. Not a bad line, but this is like really the beginning of the end in my mind for movie figures.
Why do you think there's an Azuka Tano in Episode 7?
I don't know. The same reason why there's a Jedi Luke Skywalker and an Anakin and a Han and Leia. Because why not, right?
Why not? I have to say that's probably one of the close definitive Leia Organas. Look at that.
That's almost as good as the one from Rebels.
Power of the Force.
No, the Rebels one that we did. So this was the beginning of the end. These figures were actually still pretty decent for the 5-point articulation. They put some effort into them. They actually did some work. But when Episode 8 came out, I was done. The card back, at least these had some decent card backs. They're not actual, they're actually pretty thick card backs. So I can't complain. But that was the end of it for me. And you turn the corner here, and I got some more original vintage Imperial Shuttle. This was actually a gift. The droid set that came from Entertainment Earth exclusive. They claim this is Black Series, but there's nothing Black Series about it. But it's not a bad little set. Got the Millennium Falcon boxed. Put this guy back up here. And then I have my Black Series lines, 375s, all the iterations.
Stacked deep.
So you got orange line, the original orange line. Then you've got the original orange line bubbles with the original bubbles, and they changed them to a flat bubble. Then they went to Black Series TIE Fighter pilot, and then they went to miniature version of 6-inch boxes. So 4 versions. Same with the black.
Do you remember when the original bubbles would just fall right off the card?
You shake them right off.
Yep.
Shake them right off. You just
45 years making figures on cards.
shake them right off.
Bubbles fall right
Some of
off.
these, I'm surprised. I can tell by some of these, if I shook them, they'd pop right off too. You can tell, but I'm not messing with them. So same with these. Original 6-inch were orange, and they went to blue, and they went to red. So Black Series has been all over the place over the years. Just total chaos with their boxes. Got some Movie Heroes stuff here. I had the whole Movie Heroes line as well. To me, very underrated line, but I do like it. And then I do have a
Look at that thing.
bonus value. But the reason why I moved it is behind it is the
Crown
Apex,
Jewel.
the Apex Episode 1 Royal Starship, which I don't think I ever saw in a store except for one time. And that's what this was. Somebody must have returned this thing at a Walmart, and I snatched this beast right up. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's literally the only toy of Episode 1 that actually has any value. So I still have that. Got my little box set stuff. If you notice, from season 1 finale,
Look at that.
he's
Season 1.
front and center again. Got to have Jar. This guy made it through the friggin' sweet lakes of Naboo.
Yep.
So we got him hooked up. Got some cardboard cutouts over here of my Boba Fett and Kylo. Got some Tron throwbacks right over here. Got my Oswald and Mickey. Now that we have a movie theater room in here with the 120-inch screen, got a nice sweet concession stand with some popcorn. We want to have some sweet treats. Got a refrigerator as well for the frozen treats and vittles. So this is the CC Studio. Little note though. Oh, let me go over here real quick. One of my favorite figures, Tony Gazzo from Rocky. And just to give you guys a little insight to the family, I was actually related to Joe Spinell, the guy who played Gazzo. I have a autographed face shot of him.
So is this pre or post Maniac?
This is post Maniac. Maniac was what, 80?
84.
This is after.
Okay.
This is after.
Okay.
So he wrote this to my grandmother and grandfather, to Otto and Ann. Best wishes, Joe Spinell. Hand autographed freaking calling card from him. So he was related to our family via marriage and little claim to fame. You know, Godfather, Rocky, all that fun stuff. Maniac.
Yeah, so if you ever want to see an amazing head explosion scene
Maniac.
by
Tom
Mr.
Savini,
Joe.
Tom Savini and Joe Spinell, greatest headshot I've ever seen.
Yep.
So this is CC Studio. Fun fact on this room is that we're in a basement, and you can focus on me. What are you doing? Hey, how are you? Fun fact is that when we bought this house, when I walked into this room, as soon as I saw it, said we are buying this house 100% because this is gonna be my Star Wars room. This is a massive room, and I said this will fit all my collection. It's quiet. It's away from everybody. Nobody can mess with it. Have access to the outside if I need to get out. Quick escape routes. But this was the reason why I bought this house, because of this sweet Star Wars room. So it's not too bad. So what we'll do is we're gonna get back to our post. So Ryan can get back on camera because he doesn't like not being on camera, and we're gonna do just a quick top 5 favorite toys that I have. Not necessarily value wise, just kind of things that I like, top 5, and we'll go from there. All right, let's meet you back over here.
All right.
So just a quick top 5.
Top 5.
And this is not of anything monetary. This is just
Your favorite.
we have so many toys that it's honestly, I probably missed a toy because I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the ones that I
stack so deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're rolling 6, 7 deep, half the boxes you can't even see anyway. But I figured I'll do top 5 just of what I saw.
Okay.
So obviously, we'll start with the vinyl Cape Jawa, which is a fan favorite.
Yep. That's
Hence the Instagram vinyl _Cape Jawa. I've always been a Jawa fan. So this is a vintage vinyl Cape Jawa.
This is a real
that we've sent to AFA and got graded. This one is graded a 75 because of his feet are different color. They don't like that.
They don't like that.
So, but it is a true vinyl cape. I've got the paperwork and everything from AFA. So this is my vinyl Cape Jawa.
Cost probably a cent to make.
That thing probably cost, a quarter to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's worth what, $4 or $5 grand?
Yeah, something like that.
So
on a good day.
So that's one. Skipping to not Star Wars related is the Series 1 Walking Dead. This is the variant. We know how much we love variants.
Even in
This
Walking
is
Dead.
This is the variant Deputy Rick Grimes. This was a black and white version that came with blood spatter all over them. I bought this for $14 at a local store. This one I never found in an actual store. This is when originally you could find these at like Targets, but then they stopped, obviously, like everything else. You can't find them after like Series 2. So this one I actually found at like a comic shop, and it was $14. There was like 10 of them. If I would have known, I would have bought every one of them, because this guy sells anywhere from like $200 to $300.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. These are McFarlane toys, and the Walking Dead line holds its value, man. Like, it's insane, some of these figures. I'm baffled by the prices of these figures. But this guy, the black and white Rick Grimes, is kind of a hard find. They didn't make a ton of them, and on a good day he'll sell between $250 to $350. So
That's a pretty crazy elaborate box too.
it is. They changed the boxes. They went from this like, they put a lot just into like the design right here, but they changed it and went to the thin, longer boxes. When they got to the later series, I think this was the only series I want to say series 1 and 2 was like this, and the
Yeah.
rest were all thin boxes.
Well, maybe they're phasing out plastic. Like
Yeah, man, this is all
Hasbro.
plastic.
Yeah,
This is all plastic.
yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do in a couple of years.
So,
Okay.
got my Rick Grimes. We'll move on to Tron.
Yep. This is a fan favorite of mine as well.
Yeah, this is kind of funny how me and RR got these figures. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty unique, but
And we kind of showed this on our season 1.
we did,
You know.
But this is the caster figure that never was sold in stores.
Never.
This was supposed to be part of another wave
Yep.
that never came out. I guess the line wasn't doing very well,
Mhm.
and they decided to kill it
Well, and they had licensing issues with the likeness.
with the likeness.
Yep.
Supposedly that was one of the big
That
reasons.
was one of the main reasons.
Was that the likeness was not whatever, and they decided to kill it. But Castor was a cool figure. It's a really cool toy. He was on the back of a lot of the boxes.
Yeah. And I mean, for the series 2 of those figures, it's probably one of the best
Yeah.
ones in there, unfortunately.
So we ended up finding this bad boy on eBay
Yep.
and kind of got friendly with one of the guys that was selling it, and supposedly this guy had all 250 of them.
All of them.
He must have worked for Spin Master,
They must have.
and he snatched up every one of them.
He was like, "We're not making this. We're going out. See ya."
So we bought a few of them, sold
Yeah.
a few, but we kept a few, and
Yeah.
eventually I'd like to get this bad boy graded and
Mhm.
just have him sealed in carbonite forever.
Forever.
But this is definitely one of my favorite toys. I'm a big fan of the Tron stuff, so we got the caster.
Yep.
Put him back in there. This one's gonna have to get shipped off to AFA.
Mhm.
All right, so that's caster. Going back to Star Wars, Black Series line, the Comic-Con Boba Fett.
This was the introduction to the Black Series,
This
right?
this really was kind of
Right.
what brought everybody into, because I wasn't gonna collect Black Series,
Mhm.
and it seems like inside has the Black Series logo. Once again, Black Series loves their boxes, and this is kind of a definitive collection. Make sure it don't fall out on it. So let me make sure. Here we go. So yeah, so you got the inserts tins, and it's got the Boba Fett, it's got the Carbonite Han Solo, and then it has the weapons with little descriptions, which is actually pretty cool. It talks about the weapons, and now I don't see this called the Palace Pistol.
Yeah, I know. I was just admiring that, and I said, "Where is Palace Pistol on here?"
This is called a disintegrator pistol.
I need one of those for my wife and children.
So yeah, so this is called a disintegrator pistol, and this one's called a Blaster EE3 Blaster Rifle,
Hmm.
and that is the modified Z6 Jetpack.
Now, is there a Han Solo behind that
There-
carbonite?
There's not.
Oh.
There's not. They made that mistake once, and they weren't going to give the fans more for their money ever again.
Absolutely not. You don't get two things.
No, you're not getting two of something, especially if you can't see it.
No, absolutely not.
So, but yeah, so this was the Comic-Con exclusive. Kind of what got me, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of what drew me in.
Drew you in.
This is definitely, this thing pops out, by the way, see?
Oh, look at that.
And then you got the stands.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So you got the stands, the display stands behind it, so you can display them. So
I mean, how many people are actually going to take those figures out and display them?
some people open their figures, RR.
I guess.
Unlike us, some people don't like the fact that we keep ours in
In
cages,
carbonite.
in carbonite. Essentially, is what we do.
They should be free.
They should be free. There's a free toy movement on kicking up on the internet now,
Yeah.
where it's taking some
Yeah.
steam.
There's another movement for collectors. It's about trigger words, and you can't say certain words, or the collectors get very upset.
Oh, do they?
So we're gonna have to
be
probably
very-
take a class.
We're gonna have to be
about
careful
this,
what we
yeah,
can and can't say.
about collecting.
Let me move this stuff out of the way because the next one's a beast.
Yep. Don't hurt your back with this
Yeah,
one.
this one-
This is probably why you were stretching early on.
Yeah, this is why I was doing some glute work earlier. So
Let's see here.
this goes to my movie heroes collection.
Look at that.
Look at the
beast.
size of this wildebeest.
Wow, look at that. Now, how many times did you have to buy this?
So this is the MTT multi-troop transport ship.
Mm,
Pretty cool freaking ship.
it is.
It comes with how many battle droids? Like
20.
comes with 20, includes 20 battle droids. Four
Someone-
of them were fully posable pilot droids, 16 posed battle droids. This thing comes with 20 toys, and it comes with a sweet Obi-Wan Kenobi in there, by the way. Just in case you're
Just like
wondering.
we were talking about on the job, is someone got fired over this.
Yeah,
Someone was like 20 figures.
20 figures and an Obi-Wan.
See ya.
Get out.
Out of here with the tech support.
Get out of here.
Out of here with the tech
Yeah,
support.
get out of here. So, I ordered this thing, and this was a pretty big box.
Yeah.
I ordered.
This is a good story.
Yeah, so I ordered. The first one came obliterated. Looked like a car had run over it. Up, all right, boxed it up, sent it back. The second one looked like a fighter jet blew it up.
It looked like they specifically said destroy it.
Yeah, when I talked to the guy on the phone, I said, "Hey man, could you just do me a favor and be careful when you ship it?" Absolutely, it's flagged. All right, sweet. So they flagged the system.
Yeah.
Next one comes, destroyed.
They were like, "We don't care how much money we have to waste. Send it destroyed."
Send it destroyed.
Yep.
Same with the third one. So finally, after the third time I called and said, "Listen,
This was what, $100 easy,
This
right?
is over $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's $300.
Right.
easy,
And I said, please. I said, listen, I'm not trying to bust chops.
Uh-huh.
All I want is one that I can display. That's it. It doesn't have to be 100% mint. Just no destroyed pieces.
Right.
So
But we're not talking like a little corner.
no,
We're
I'm not talking about
like,
a dimple or a dent. I'm talking about the thing was to the point where you could see the ship.
Okay.
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 So the last time I asked the guy, please make sure you box it,
Uh-huh.
and this guy must have been tired of hearing from me, and he fused like 3 cardboard boxes together. He must have went through an entire roll of packing tape.
So what you're saying is he actually probably spent just as much
Oh yeah.
on the
Packing.
ship to pack.
He must have taken a half an hour to box this thing. It took me 20 minutes just to open it.
Mm-hmm. I
And
remember that.
yeah, and when I opened it, to my surprise, got it.
It was mint.
And I ended up calling him and thanking him, and I said, I thank you for the box. You did a really good job. He's like, I hope you like the box. It took me half an hour to pack.
Nice.
So I was always a fan of this ship from episode 1. I just think it's a pretty cool ship, and like I said, for me, it's kind of on an underrated line that never really got a lot of love. But it's a really cool, like, if you were gonna play with a toy,
this would be
this would be a really cool
this
toy.
would be a cool Christmas opening extravaganza.
You're right. Maybe one day we'll get another one and we'll just rip it open.
Rip it open.
So this one definitely hits my top 5 for my Star Wars figures as well. So
There you go.
well, that's it, dude.
That's
That's the tour of the CC studio.
So we hope you like the personal touch that you get now with the CCNRR show.
You know that we're true fans and collectors. We're not just dudes that are doing a show because we're trying to be millionaires.
That's true. Although we need to be millionaires to keep collecting.
It would be nice. I would love to get paid to just go around and buy toys and travel and talk about them all the time.
This is true.
I'm not quite there yet.
This is true. Almost though. One day we can dream. We can dream the big dream. Dream the little dream.
Dream a little dream.
Dream with
Dream a little dream too.
Yes. Even better than the first one. All right, folks. Well, have a good night. Hope you like the personal touch of part 2, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.